Holmes Public Library. We begin our class seated. My feet are on a block, connected right to the earth for a nice grounding feeling. We don't want our legs hanging or dangling. We want them to have a nice connection. I have a blanket on my lap, which I really like for a feeling of grounding. Also a nice cozy feeling as we begin class. My hands are on my lap. And I'm just settling in to my seat. All right, take a nice inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. As we exhale, we close the eyes, letting any stress or tension go. Just following the rhythms of our natural breath. Shoulders are relaxed. Let's begin with the inventory at the top of the head, right? Mind's eye, moving down, releasing any facial muscles or tension that we might be holding in the eyebrows, the jaw, the neck. Shoulders relaxed, moving down the body. The legs, the knees, shins and calves, coming to the feet. Nice connection, knowing we're safe and stable. Letting any tension go. Let's take a full, complete inhale. Exhale. Trying to make the breaths longer and smoother. Inhale and exhale. Another inhale and exhale. If you have an intention, you may set it at this time. If you'd like an idea or an intention, I'll be using the phrase, I am balanced, for today's practice. Bringing your hands to heart center, thumbs slightly pressed against the breastbone of the heart chakra. And repeating any intention that you might have. Inhale, exhale, lowering the chin to the chest. Release the hands to the lap. Inhale, head up to center. Slowly opening the eyes. Just roll the shoulders a little bit. Backwards and forwards. Right up and down with those shoulders. Getting into the shoulders. Excellent. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, lower the right ear to the right shoulder. Very gently, right? The first movement of the class. Inhale, head up to center. Left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, head up to center. And right ear, right shoulder. And still holding, right? Inhale, head up to center. Left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, head up to center. And we're just going to sway the body left and right and left, just for a few breaths. Inhaling and exhaling, right, with the movement. Inhaling, exhaling. Just getting into the spine a little bit. Maybe adding the shoulder movement. And then just twisting a little bit, right and left. Just getting a little range of motion, right? Beginning slowly. Maybe moving the head around a little bit. Shoulders up and down. Come back to stillness. Take a nice inhale and exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Taking the right hand and just applying a little bit of pressure on the top of the head, or the side of the head, left side. Just a little bit. Now, if you have neck issues, please be mindful. Just removing that hand. Inhale, head up. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Same thing, taking that left hand and just applying a little bit of pressure. Inhale, head up to center. Exhale, lower that chin to the chest. And pull back those shoulders a little bit. Inhale, head up. Now we're just going to look up to the sky. Very gently. Bring your head right back to center. Inhale and exhale. Let's look out over the right shoulder and coming up into a little bit of a better seat, right? Starting to straighten up. And just continuing to look out over that right shoulder. And now we're going to look down, maintaining the head over the right shoulder. We're going to look down. Inhale and look all the way straight up, the best that you can. Inhale, exhale, bringing your head all the way around over to look over the left shoulder. And then looking down at your mat or the ground, whatever's next to you. Inhale and look straight up on the exhale. The best that you can, right? Trying to get a full range of motion, a gentle range, right, with your head and your neck. And then just coming back around to center. Roll out those shoulders. Taking our hands, we're just going to close and open them. Taking out your right hand straight in front of you, just going to use the left hand to apply some pressure, right, to open up the palm. Right, you can feel the fingers, right, and the muscles all getting a nice stretch. And you can just hold it here. Make sure you're not holding your breath. And then the same on the left hand. Coming back and just closing and opening again. And then let's move those hands around to warm up those wrists. Excellent. Take the arms next to us. Let's just do some big circles with them, some big sweeps. and reverse them. And then let's go smaller and smaller, so that the smallest comes to stillness and your arms are parallel with the ground. And then just palms flip upward and they just come straight up overhead. Tall, we're going to come up out of the seat. The arms are reaching skyward. My spine is getting elongated. Top of my head is reaching skyward. Inhale. Exhale, palms just sweep down. Roll out those shoulders. Maybe the neck. Coming back to our hands. Taking my right hand and my thumb of my right hand, I'm just going to give a nice massage to my left hand, the palm, working the whole hand, just working the flesh and getting into the muscles of the hand. And let's do the other hand. Left hand massages the right hand, just getting into the finger mounds, right? It's really good if you have maybe any arthritis. It feels nice on the hands, a little self-massage. And just take a moment and complete that. Self-care. Hands come back to the lap. Just take a nice inhale. Exhale. Engaging the muscles of the legs, we're going to bring up this right leg. Right, and we're going to point and flex. Point and flex a few times. And then do some circles with that foot. And let's do the other foot. We'll bring up the left foot, point and flex. And then just circle the ankle. Really nice. All right, really nice. Let's get a nice tall seat. All right, coming up, our bottom is connected to the chair. And we're just really making a nice connection. I'm going to move the block out of the way and I'm going to come up onto the chair, giving myself some room. Feet are connected and I have a nice connection with my bottom to the chair. Tall in the spine, but not the shoulders. I'm not bringing up the shoulders. Nice and relaxed. Coming up out of the chair. Crown of my head is reaching skyward. Inhale and exhale. Rolling the shoulders. Really nice. Let's bring the legs together. And we're going to do a forward fold with our legs right in front of us, right? We're not going to do a wide-legged forward fold right now. If you need your block, or maybe you have a pillow or something, and you need that, just bring that so close to you so you have it, okay? I'm just going to bring this here. Tall in the seat. Palms are facing forward. We have a nice tall spine. Inhale, arms sweep up. Sweep those arms. You feel the armpit opening and elongated in the sides of the body. Really getting tall, long, and open. Inhale, exhale. We just sweep out the arms and we start folding forward, right? Now, if you need to have the pillow or the block or something to land, right, your chest, then please put that on your lap now, and then let your head just hang the best it can, right? And fiddle around with everything until you're comfortable. And just let everything hang. My hands are on my feet. Don't let your arms just hang. Make sure they're connected to something, the earth, or if you want to put them around your shin, whatever you want to do. Just have a nice forward fold. Just let it all hang. Right. Just breathing into it the best that you can. So now we're going to engage the muscles, right? The leg muscles and the backside muscles, the core. Make sure it's all engaged. And we're just going to roll up nice and slowly, slowly, slowly. Head coming last. Coming up to seated. We're just going to hold it for a moment, allowing the body to settle back into our seated position. Really nice. Let's cross the right leg over left for a nice seated twist. Palms are facing forward. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, we twist to the right. My left hand comes down on my right leg, so I use a little bit of that pressure to twist open a little bit more, right? And my right arm comes down somewhere on the chair. Nice gentle twist. The idea of the twist is to get the collarbone and the rib cage of the left side body around to the right. We don't want to be swinging our head around. It's a gentle twist. It's waking up the internal organs. All right, getting some movement in the spine and in the back muscles. Inhale, get tall. And exhale, sink into the twist, right? Enjoying it. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bring them straight down. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Let's bring left leg over right leg. Palms are facing forward. Engage the core, right? Pulling the core in. The navel is reaching towards the spine. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, we just twist to the left. The right arm comes down, palm faces forward, right? A gentle twist. However you want to use your hand. Palm faces out or palm connects to the leg, whichever works. And this left arm comes down around. We just use the twisting, right? We use the hands to gently twist. Inhale, get tall and long. And exhale, we just twist. Once again, trying to get the collarbone around. The right rib cage around to the left. Inhaling and exhaling, right? Calmly and smoothly with the breath. Inhale the arms up. And just come around to the center. Sweep the arms down. Right? And then bring hands up to heart center for prayer. And exhale, hands coming next to you. Uncross the legs. I'm going to do a wide forward fold, bringing the block or whatever you have in the center. Feet are wide, still feeling a nice strong connection to the chair and that you're feeling safe. Palms face forward. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, we start hinging forward, folding forward. Arms come around in front of us, down, and they reach the ground or the block or whatever you have in front of you today. And your head will just hang. And everything is open and loose, but you're feeling you're connected with your feet. Inhaling and exhaling the best that you can, right? Making little cups with your hands. Start walking your hands forward so your arms start to get long, right? You can feel the stretching in the side body. Everything opening, breath connected to the movement. And if you want to, you can start walking those hands to the left. And when you get to the left, you can take the right hand and just put it right on top of the left hand. Start moving over to the right with the cupped hands. Take the left hand over right. Maintaining this nice long pose. Staying focused on the breath. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands in front of you. Walk them in so they're directly underneath you. Heel toe those feet inward. Connecting the muscles of the leg and the abdomen. Roll yourself upward. Seated position. Shoulders come way up. And then they lower back and down. And roll them. Arms come back down next to us. Right? Interlace those hands and just push them out forward for a gentle stretch of the hands. Inhale the arms up overhead, tall and long. Keep pushing up skyward, trying to get farther and farther. All right, release the hands and bring them down. Bring the hands up straight in front of us, thumbs are facing upward. Just going to open wide with those arms, feeling the shoulder blades in the back, pinching in, right? Sweep the arms forward, just bring a nice hug. Inhale and exhale and open again. Wide, wide. And now do the reverse of what you just did with that big hug. And just twist a little bit right and left. And then release the arms. Getting prepared to stand. Feet are on the ground. And we just come to a nice stand. There we go. Let's shake it out a little bit in case you're sitting. You're feeling a little crampy from the seat. Moving chair. Right, our chair's right in front of us. Make sure you have your block nearby. And we're going to be standing in front of the chair for a nice forward fold. So we're going to start with a forward fold. Palms are facing forward. Soft bend in my knees. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, I just hinge forward for a forward fold. Soft bend in those knees. Bring my hands onto the chair. I'm going to rest my head on the chair. If that's not accessible to you, bring your block and you can rest your head on the block. All right, so my third eye, which is on my forehead, just resting on the block or the chair. My knees have a soft bend. And just 1 or 2 breaths. And now we're going to start pushing out with our backside to open up that spine, get a nice elongation in that spine. And now we're going to bend and straighten each leg. So I'm bending my right up on the toes and straightening out that left leg. I'm going to be doing each leg back and forth. Getting some cracks out of my ankles or whatever you need in this movement. Trying to get a nice long spine and just getting to each leg back and forth. Right? Coming back to stillness. I'm removing this block. If you ever used one, you can move it. All right, really nice. And now go left to right with those hips if you want to. And then come back to stillness. And we're just going to roll ourselves up. If you can, if it's accessible to you today. Otherwise, take it slow and just come back to stand the best way you can. Excellent. Nice mountain pose. Inhale the arms up. Tall, tall, right? Hands come together overhead as we begin our chair pose. Coming into chair pose. Hands come to heart center. My knees are bent, right? As if there's a chair behind me. I do a little pelvic tilt. And I'm going to keep the hands here to make it easy on my shoulders, right? Just going to hold for a moment. Inhale. Exhale, sweep the arms up overhead, tall. Breathing. Inhale. Exhale, palms come together, and we exhale fully and completely all the way back to the seated position, right? Chair pose. Shoulders are relaxed, a little pelvic tilt of my behind, right? Breathing in and out. Inhale the arms back up, tall, tall, tall. Palms come right together, a little bit quicker now. Exhale back as we go to chair pose. Start tilting the pelvis. Seated position, chair. Inhale. Exhale, just lean right forward onto that chair. Soft bend in the knees if you need to. Hands come to the chair with your forehead on on your hands. So we'll rest in this forward fold for a moment. And then moving the hips and the legs back and forth just to continue with that stretching and warming of the body. Excellent. We're going to inhale ourselves to a forward fold right on this chair. So we're in a forward fold pose, right? But we're in like a half lift. My hands are on the chair. Right? If you need to, that bothers your hands a little bit, you can hold the sides, okay? Especially if you have a soft chair. We have a nice bend. My knees have a little soft bend. Right? We're just going to start moving our hips over to the right, and I'm going to look out over to the right. Right, so I'm getting a nice C shape. The left side of my body is getting a nice opening. And as you're inhaling and exhaling, bring the breath to that left side part, right, of the lungs, right, the left section all the way on the outside of the body. Bringing the nourishing breath to the body. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to start looking left, making that C shape on the other side. So the right side body is open. And I'm looking back to the left, my left hip. And I'm bringing the breath now to the right side of my body. Excellent. Let's come around to center. And then just go look over to the right and then back to the left. And go back and forth with your breath, right and left. Coming back to stillness, making sure we have a nice connection with our hands to the chair and our feet. Let's push up on that chair for a cat-cow pose. So let's bring the hiney in, right? We're bringing in the pelvis and we're curling up. My back is curling up like a cat. Exhaling completely and fully. Inhaling, we'll do cow. Right, cow, I look up. Little dip in that spine. Exhale, curl back up. Pulling on the abs and really bringing it up. And then just another cow pose. And then we come back to neutral. Still in this forward fold. I'm just going to work my neck a little bit to the right and to the left. All right. Just move it all around in this pose. Right, the natural weight of the head gives it a little extra weight to the movement, right? Gets into a little bit more. As we come back to stillness, we're going to walk up a little bit closer to the chair. We're going to be moving right into crescent lunge, putting the weight of our body into our left leg, bringing up the toes of the right and bringing it back. A nice long stretch, about 3 feet, I would think. So my hands are on the chair for stability. I'm up on the ball of my back foot. And I'm going to engage the muscles of my legs and my backside, scissoring my legs together. And I'm just going to come up to stand the best I can. If you need the chair to hold on to, please, by all means, stay like this, right? Or if you want to, come up to stand in crescent lunge. My hands are on my waist. And I'm long and I'm tall and my muscles are engaged. Right. Inhaling the arms up if you like. Getting tall, the fingertips are reaching skyward. Nice little bend in that knee. Right. Inhale. Exhale, we start to hinge forward, just the top part of the body. Right. Pushing back on the heel of my right foot, trying to get my legs straight in the back. I'm holding. Inhale the arms up. Right, and we're going to drop that back foot for warrior two. That's all it is. So now my back foot is parallel with the short end of the mat. And my arms are going to sweep down. My body's going to open up to the right side. Ooh, that feels very nice. And I'm open. My arms are reaching out. Bending into that knee. I'm going to get a little bit lower, sinking a little bit lower. Opening up. And I'm holding here for a moment. And I'm breathing. Inhale, the leg becomes straight, right? I'm reaching forward now. Someone's pulling that front arm of mine forward, forward, forward. But all my legs are stuck into the ground like cement, reaching forward, reaching forward. I'm just going to come down on the chair. Hand comes on the chair, my left hand. I'm just going to put my right hand on my waist. Right. Now I'm going to try to open up my body and look up to the sky. Right, just trying to open up. Trying to get the collarbone up and open. Not throwing back my arm, it's still on my waist. Excellent. Feels really nice. I'm going to bend into that front leg. Using the power and the muscles in my legs, engaging those muscles, coming up to stand. Right. Just straightening out that front leg. And I'm going to face forward, leaning forward, just going to come back up to stand by my chair. I'm just going to work my legs a little bit. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. My feet are connected. I'm tipping the body weight into my right foot, coming to tippy toes of my left, bringing that leg all the way back and landing on the ball of my left foot. For crescent lunge, bend into that front leg, engaging all the muscles to keep myself standing, right? I'm scissoring my legs in. I'm going to inch this leg forward because I don't want my knee over past my foot. Using the muscles of all my legs. Core's pulling in. Hands can stay on the waist if you'd like, if you're comfortable. We sweep the arms up for a beautiful arms over heads reaching skyward. My back leg, I'm trying to get straight, so my kneecap has a teeny bend in it. I don't want to hyperextend it, but I'm getting nice and tall and long. I'm maintaining a nice smooth and even breath. Inhale, and we're going to hinge forward. Arms are reaching forward like I'm trying to give somebody a beach ball. Bending into that knee, my muscles are engaged. Inhale my arms up. And we're going to do the same thing on this side, going right into warrior two. My back foot goes right into warrior two, and I open up to the left side, right? And my arms are out, long and tall. Reaching forward. I'm going to bend into my front knee again. I'm just going to turn around so you can see me. My knee is bent. My back leg is parallel. Nice, tall, long arms reaching skyward. My spine is tall. Inhale. My leg becomes straight, right? We're going to do that triangle pose on the other side. Someone's pulling that arm. Pulling that front arm, and then the arm lands on your chair, right? I'm going to use my leg, hand on the waist, and I open up. I open up my body, my chest is trying to open up around to the sky. Right? Making sure you're not holding any tension in the face. Your knees are not pushing, you're not holding them, locking them. Pushing this backside out a little bit. Engaging all the muscles, right? Pulling on the legs, coming back up to stand. And lower the hands. You're by the chair, right? You're together. Bring those feet right back together. Hands are on the chair and just walk it out a little bit. Moving the hips left and right. And the head. Back and forth. Holding onto the chair, we're going to come up on the toes. And then lower onto the heels. Coming up to the toes. And lower down. And one more time up on the toes. And then just lower your feet to the ground. Taking your hands, we're going to put both hands holding the right side of the chair, right, the seat. Then we're just going to pull ourselves around. Stretching out over that C shape again. My head is, I'm looking down. I'm just holding onto the chair, getting a little more into that side body. And let's just inhale. Exhale. We're going to move to the other side with the hands and the same thing. Right? Making a nice C shape with the spine. And coming back around to center. And we're still forward. We're still folded over, right? In this half fold. Putting the body weight into the left side body. We're just going to bring up the right leg behind us. Right? And now that the hands are on the chair, we're going to push up from the chair. Straight arms, tall. Bring that leg up behind you, no higher than your back, right? Nice, should be nice long. Leg is flexed. Bend into that knee a little bit of the left leg. And just bend in the knee. Do some circles if you like. Get into that hip. And bring that foot back to the ground. Body weight goes in the right side of the body and the right foot. And we bring up that back leg, the left leg, rather, behind us. Once again, push up out of the arm so you have a nice firm arms on the chair, pushing up. Heel of the back foot pushing towards the back wall. Toes are facing down. Try to get the hips parallel. Pushing up. I lost the position for a moment. Pushing up. And release that leg. Bring it to the ground. Back and forth. Those feet getting into the toes. And rolling up onto the heel and to the toe. And then back and forth with your full body. Coming back to stand, right, safely and gently. We're going to have a nice wide-legged stance with our legs. So they're about 3 feet apart. And my hips are facing forward. I'm just going to work on that back foot, getting it comfortable. Hips are forward. My shoulders are relaxed. Not holding any tension. And I'm facing forward. Sweep the arms up. Inhale. Then exhale, sweep the arms down. We hinge forward. We come to our chair with the hands, and we just start leaning forward onto the chair, right? And if you can, put your head on the chair. That's very good, right? But then you're going to start to feel the stretching in the calf and in your hamstring of that left leg. So then put a little soft bend of the knee and of the left leg, and just sink into the pose, pulling back on that left hip. Both feet should be facing, well, the left foot is facing forward and the right foot has a slight angle on it. And just relax into the pose. And if this is not comfortable, then just come up to the forearms. Pull back on that left hip. Inhaling. Exhale, really lean into that left leg and bring the right leg up to the chair. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to bring back that left leg. Nice long stance. I'm going to pull back on that right hip. I'm going to move up a little bit. Pull back on that right hip. Pull and engage in the abdomen. And just lean the best you can forward. This side is very tight for me. All right, so I'm just going to be on my forearms, pulling back on that right hip. Making your breath as smooth as you can. Pull back on that on the right hip. Just now bend into the right hip and bring the left leg up to the right. And just kind of roll yourself up to stand. Right. Really nice. We're going to take the left leg, holding onto the chair. We're going to bring the left leg up onto the chair. Right, so now my right foot is on the ground and my left is up on the chair. I'm just going to bring back this right leg. I'm going to gently try to get that heel on the ground to feel a nice engagement of that calf muscle. And also it opens up this front of the body, right? And if you're not comfortable like we're doing now, then just come up on the toes, right? Or you can go back and forth. up on the toes, and then trying to slowly and gently get the foot on the ground. Pulling on the abdomen, nice and tall. We're going to do the same pose on the other side. We're moving left foot, left leg, bringing the right leg up. And then you can try to get your foot flat onto the ground, or you can come up on the toes, or do both, right? Inhale on the way up. Exhale, lower. And just removing that left leg. And coming to stand on the mat. We're just going to do some body sweeps. And just make sure you don't put any stress on the knees as you sway. Then you go left and right if you want. Whatever you feel like you need today. Right. Let's take the arms wide. Shoulder blades pinching in the back. Hands are wide. Give yourself a big hug. Right. Let's do the same again, but the arms are over. The other way. Let's shake it out. And getting our chair ready for Shavasana. We'll come back to a nice seated pose, keeping the block nearby if we need it. Going to roll the shoulders. And then up and down. Right. And I want to take our right arm. We're just going to bring it across the body. And then taking our left hand, pulling it closer, right to the body to feel that shoulder. Get a nice opening. And the same for the left arm, just sweeping it across, using the hand to pull the arm closer. Okay, we're lowering the arms. I'm going to take the block and put it under my feet. Right. I'm going to take my right leg rather across my leg. I'm sitting cross-legged. Figure 4. I'm going to flex my right foot. Right. Just going to sit tall. Inhaling and exhaling. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, lean forward. Just leaning forward any way that you can. Right? I just want to get into that side leg. Just breathing. Inhale, head back up to center, and let's take a moment. We're going to take both our hands and we're just going to rub our feet, relaxing the feet, no longer keeping it flexed, and just get into the ball mound of the feet and the arch, and just give it a little rub, right? Doing some circular motions with your thumbs. All right, great way to get some fluids moving out of the feet if you have a tendency to hold any in the feet. And just rubbing all around, a little self-care for you. Right, just a little bit. Really good. Hitting the acupressure points in the feet. Maybe the ankle if that needs something, right? Whatever's calling to you today. Let's lower this right foot. We're going to bring the left leg up and across, flexing that leg, the foot rather, sorry. And then just sitting into the pose for a moment, just feeling it. Just taking a few breaths. Take a nice inhale. And exhale, forward folding. One side might feel tighter to you than the other. It's completely normal. Inhale your head back up to center. And the same thing, we're going to release the flex of the left foot. And we're just going to massage the bottom of the foot. Really getting into it. There we go. And then removing that leg and getting yourself ready for Shavasana. Whatever you need, take a moment now, whether it's a blanket on your lap or some socks. Get yourself comfortable. We'll meet and we'll get ready for Shavasana. Taking a nice inhale. Exhale and closing the eyes. Releasing any tension or stress that you're holding. Facial muscles of the jaw, shoulders. Letting the stress go. Take a complete inhale and exhale. Letting the thoughts go. Knowing the thoughts will be there when we're finished with our class. Putting any to-do lists on a cloud and pushing them out into the sky. Relaxing the body. Letting go of any thoughts. Coming back to the breath. Bringing the mind back to the room and back to your body. Maybe moving your fingers and your toes. Bringing the hands to heart center. Nice inhale. Exhale, lower the chin to the chest. Inhale the head up. Slowly opening the eyes.